of you guys stuck in the cave and whatnot. Trying to decide... Oh, go ahead.
I assume you had a laugh and a half.
Oh, we did. That was the episode you weren't here. And then when he comes back from his job, I'm going to show him your reaction to everything.
Oh.
Good day.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Bad.
So why don't you open P for Party and see all the wonderful monies you have?
Oh, no. Oh, we lost it all, gang. We're down to 5 copper.
Oh, no.
What? Who took it?
Me, and I scoop it all into my bag of holding and run away.
Bravo!
Wow, we're sitting pretty on a good almost, yeah, 1,000 plus gold. In total, we have 5,000 in wealth. That's probably because of all the items we have. But damn,
You have 2 very powerful magical weapons as well.
I break the staff of Avery over my knee and become no. What is that? The staff of all sight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. And then Manfeller, the thing that killed men.
I could actually take that.
Are you gonna redub it? Something else?
No, it's just fine. I'm not a man.
Gotcha.
I'm a dwarf. Hmm.
Also, that rapier. What is the shifting trait, Bramble? If you don't mind me asking.
So why don't you click on the item and you'll see that the compendium entry is right there for you to click on.
That's cool. With a moment of manipulation, you can shift this weapon into a different weapon with a familiar form.
So as long as it takes the same number of hands to hold, you can transform it into a similar weapon.
That's pretty neat. I hope someone with a creative mind can use that.
But for someone like Lodin or Grimsnarl, they cannot transform their fists or claws into other natural weapons.
No,
cool.
And I literally cannot rage while using a weapon without losing powers.
Is that your specific rage, or is it just?
Yeah, my specific rage, being an animal totem, is using weapon while raging is anathema, or how the heck do you pronounce it?
Well, that's
anathema.
Yep,
I think that's pretty cool.
It's the reason why I don't even bother carrying a weapon, and why I went with the ability to actually have something. I mean, not that really matters since I'm. But at least it gives me something if I can't rage, because say battle happened after rage just ended and I have to wait a minute.
Gotcha.
So I would like to take 65 to upgrade my hand wraps to striking. So I also get the 2 dice. That'll help a lot.
Just to let you know, Kantaro, there's a lot of background noise.
There is?
Yes.
You could simply take it off the striking rapier, and then it will only cost you like 6.5 gold to transfer the runes.
You could do it that way too. It'll only take 8 hours.
It's not like we don't have time. Is that better?
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
It must have been the voices coming through the monitor. My parents are talking to each other.
Oh.
Yeah, I could just spend 8 hours to take it off of the rapier. I guess I just kind of want to, before I start taking it off of that, it's like, okay, does anyone else want the striking rune from it? Or the rapier itself? I mean, Meow might actually want it now that she doesn't have to worry about the other her in the rapier trying to take over.
I am the shadow, the true self. But I mean, we could hold on to it, but like,
Yeah, we have money. It's the same thing that if we sell the rune now, and if you buy a new rune and then we sell the other rune later down the road, if we don't use it, it's a small deficit.
I think I'm gonna take a flying talon. Looks like it's tethered. I can get it back.
Oh yeah, and it's a simple weapon, so you might be able to. Oh, but it's a kobold.
That doesn't make it more hard to use. It's just that if you are a kobold, you have access to that weapon, and if you take kobold feats, you can get better proficiency with it. But it's not like if you're not a kobold, you can't use it.
I'm just not sure. I guess there could be a way to make it a monk weapon.
Anything that's when it comes to like things that are flying or at a distance, I just want to have options.
yeah.
Birdman.
So cats. Nah.
So we could put so that won't be affected by your hand wrap. So we could put another striking rune on that one, or just leave it as backup weapon. Yeah, I guess the striking shifting rapier is no longer a artifact now that no longer has a Azarim in it.
She's passed on.
Boo Azram, boo hiss.
The cult was defeated by you.
All right, so I guess I might as well just take the shifting rune off of that. I can probably leave the hand wraps behind to be worked on while we go and pick up the orphans.
I mean, we have what, like 11 days?
Yep, 11 days.
Yeah, so there's plenty of time. Oh yeah, we have a +1 sap from someone.
There you go.
So, all right. So how do we want to do this? Discuss what we're doing each day?
It's up to you. Are you going to make any progress towards the party? Have you asked about any of the people who are going to be at the party? Have you like checked in with the people in town who might be getting things ready for the party?
We still haven't found the Baroness.
Yeah.
So, you know what? We could take today to do the party prep while you leave your hand wraps to get the whole room sorted out. And then after that, we can figure it out as a group where to split up and see where, who's coming in, what's happening.
Yeah,
That's happening.
Davos will be raising his hand and be like, what party?
Oh yeah, and I explain everything about like how we are going to meet some higher ups, and we're trying to figure out who took the Baroness and all sorts of shenanigans. It's great.
Someone took the Baroness.
Yeah, so and I point to the state. The Baroness that's there isn't really the Baroness. They are an elite spy of employed by her guard, and they want us to find the Baroness.
You did find the Baroness, though.
She's just she's now the worm that walks.
Right. Bramble,
Yes.
can you reset the quests that we allegedly failed? Some of them.
Let's see. Attend the Baroness's party. Let's see. Set as inactive. Completed. Alright. Save the townsfolk in the Crucible. Did it. Orphans in town. Did it. And discover the cult's headquarters in town, which you still have not done. Did it.
There's a cult headquarters in town?
Oh yeah, they determined that like 20 days ago, and they were just like, okay, let's go to the Crucible.
Are they like a good cult?
No.
No, it's the cult of elemental evil.
Maybe we should do something about that.
Well, actually, we don't know it's that cult. We just know there's a cult.
You've already defeated the cult, which was the kobolds.
Oh, okay.
But apparently they had a headquarters in town, which is how they
Yes.
were getting a hold of the orphans. So we need to find that. It'll be empty because, cult's defeated, but
Mm-hmm.
We could do that as well, but yeah, you know what?
What's the plan with that Baroness that's now
The worm that
Abomination.
walks.
yeah.
I turned to the group. What is our plan with this?
She knows how to write, right? She can write her orders and do her Baroness duties through writing now.
We would have to find her, and then from there
Hey, Zell.
communicate with them.
Did we inform her about the worm thing?
yeah, we told about the worm that walks once we got rid of the spreading corruption in the forest, which is when we encountered said worm that walks.
Right, and that the Baroness is gone. The original Baroness.
Right.
And did you discuss that with the people that sent you to fight her?
Yes.
And what was their response? What's going to happen to this place? Will they leave the spy in charge? Will they leave the...
Well, they're going to have to keep pretending to be the Baroness until we somehow manage to, I guess, uncultify the Baroness somehow? Question mark? Brainwashing.
Maybe the headquarters will have some clues.
Yeah, let's say that if it's a party of the Baroness, then finding a way to, if there is a way to turn her back, would be kind of priority.
So,
All right.
from what they've discovered last time, that a worm that walks is birthed from a dead body, where the worms coagulate within the dead body and then thus become the new body. The swarm of worms becomes them. So,
In other words, the old Baroness is dead, and it was her corpse was used to make the worm that walks.
Did you find out how she died?
they did not.
No, we don't know how.
Maybe she ate some porridge.
No, that's the wrong campaign. Wrong campaign.
I mean, we did find cult paraphernalia in the Baroness's estate. Apparently, supposedly left by the old Baroness, but potentially just hallmarks left behind by the cult when they killed said old Baroness. We don't know.
11 days, yay!
Oh my god!
All right, we have the questions in order, right? We want to know how the Baroness died.
Okay.
2,
Her
We
HP
wanna
reached
know who-
0.
There we go. All right, good job. You can take that as task complete.
Leave it. Yeah.
Perhaps a better question is, where did the Baroness die?
Ooh.
Probably in the cult's headquarters is my guess. So we find it,
So-
we'll probably find where she died.
There we go. So we have an objective right now. Objective would be either A, find the cultist location within this little town we're in.
Mm-hmm.
Just to wrap up a few questions. Next thing would be to prepare ourselves for this Baroness's ball to ensure that one, we know who is coming and two, how to impress them. And maybe in 3, maybe find out something about how to transform people who become the worm that walks into, regular people.
I just resurrect them, I would imagine.
Yeah, but you would need to, if the worm has eaten the body and has just taken over it, then would a resurrection really work?
No idea.
Can't we just go to this ball, eat good food, drink good wine, and have fun?
You could. I'm just saying what our objective is.
Yeah, but why
You would
is
need
it our
someone to blend in,
objective to mess around with the people, go into a nobles party? What do we gain out of it?
Well, the party may be what tipped over this Emberbrook becoming a non-town, then eventually being the town in a different
We know that it became non-town because you left the orphans. We can save the orphans so that they do not become assholes. That's
true. But there's also the idea that we do need to impress the guests. That way we can ensure that the Baroness can retain the lands rather than, forfeit it to the people from Taldor and Aran.
I don't think that she forfeited them, did she? I think she tried to find allies to fight against the Taldor and simply died doing so. Wasn't that the case?
Thinking now.
Maybe finding the. If we are talking about this is ground zero of when the other empire, I'm not going to call them enemies because as far as I know, they were always there for me. Maybe this is the part that they get mingle inside to try to find inside information. So we would want to keep the Baroness for whatever reason. We have to sniff those out.
So you're saying maybe stop these events in order to stop all of this from happening. The orphans becoming the future inheritors of this land. Maybe even stopping the land from being forfeited as a whole.
There's an easy way to stop them from being inheritors.
I know, Campbell.
No, I'm saying that if there is plans for another kingdom to invade this area, they may have sent their own spies inside this party to sniff out the relationship, maybe through discord amongst the nobles and stuff like that. So maybe some of the invitees inside this party are actually spies of the other empire.
Take a hero point, Davos, as I show you the other countries. So, in the area of the forest that you are in Taldor, continues into Galt and Andoran, but also you know very well that you are at the foot of the 5 Kings Mountains. Keonan is just to the north of that, and then the Calistroscacy of Druma, where they have no use for gods. Lots of competitors for Taldor, lots of rival nations.
Where are we in this map?
We're here,
Bottom
next
right.
to the Verudian forest. So we're up here.
Can't see. I don't think you can point to.
Oh, I can't.
Somewhere. Yeah.
So do you see? Well, do you see where Galt and Andoran meet that little sliver of the river next to the 5 Kings Mountains and whatnot? We're getting up there. Technically,
Yes.
That spot right there is still Taldor right now. It's not Andoran like it is in the current age. It might become so very quickly.
Oh, so Taldor
Let's
is
make
basically
Taldor great again.
extending a little bit more to the north
Mm-hmm.
from
Borders.
what we see in the map.
Yeah, borders change all the time. This might be one of those times. Remember,
So, yeah.
Taldor used to be a big, big place. All these other countries came about because Taldor keeps losing power. And Taldor is a failing monarchy and still failing.
So maybe you guys that are best at that stuff can figure out who the people in the party actually are spying for. Because if this is a grab for power for a place that the map that I just remembered now is like a in between 3-4 territories and all of them want it. Maybe there are spies from more than one place.
Okay.
For me, I will be eating and drinking.
Wait a second. But no, I feel like that might be
So
a good idea.
how quickly do we want to? We probably should rescue the orphans pretty quickly.
Oh, you've
I
already
say we-
rescued them.
Okay.
We have. Okay.
Yes.
So next task would be to. Are we
I
going to
think-
be in town to discover said espionage entities, or are we
I
going
think
to
the
Go ahead.
That's
first
a good question.
the-
Where is the party being held?
at the Baroness estate most likely? We can also ask, but it feels like we might be at the estate. That's
I
where you
think
would probably.
the first order of operation, though, still remains the more tangible thing that we know that there is a cult hideout somewhere here. We can try to find that.
There's 20 buildings. Why don't we just search them all?
Oh my god!
See, the
I mean,
problem is
we got-
that we're going to be hidden, which means we're going to be going around people's houses, just banging on the walls randomly, trying
This
to
is
find
a raid.
something
Yeah, okay, I can check the tavern
Open
if
it
you
up.
want. I volunteer to check the tavern.
Okay, you check the tavern. Everyone's just going about their business. A lot of them really hate these adventurers in town, you find out, Davos, because they were invited into the Baroness's estate while all of them were kept waiting weeks outside, for a chance to get in. And they have
I
no
think
idea. Go
this
ahead.
requires further investigation over like a bag of ale and a plate of good food. Now
Oh.
that they have money.
Oh yeah, they bitch to you. They bitch to you outright how much they hate these guys, that they go around flaunting their money and everything. They basically go out in and out of the Baroness's estate all the time. They're constantly at the marketplace harassing people. The uplifted bears hate them because they outright rejected them, and the sorceress or witch that was with them said that they weren't worth their time.
I don't think we're that bad, but okay.
I think we are that bad.
I don't know about that.
There was an incident where a kobold tried to steal a horse.
Yeah, that happened. That did happen.
Yeah.
Like, Davos, you're just finding out all the tea on these people.
Somehow I'm not surprised.
You didn't even need a check.
Yeah.
I will
We hate them so much. We hate them so fucking much.
But seriously now.
And the funny part is that all they had to do was force their way in like we did.
Why would
We-
they force their way into the Baroness's estate?
We took
I don't
initiative.
know, but apparently it worked for us.
I wanted
What?
to ask about that. You said that you
We-
found cult paraphernalia within the Baroness estate, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if the headquarters is actually in there since they just left it out in the open.
Also,
So-
if they are not, they should somehow be either smuggled in, or maybe there is like a secret way to enter the Baroness estate.
Well, that's possible. We know there's at least one secret entrance that the Spy Baroness keeps using there, so who knows where that goes.
So, Zelos, as they begin to discuss all these things and have these revelations as these two new people start spouting facts at them and logic,
And facts and logic.
yeah, what
Facts,
is
logic,
going
and
to happen? What is going to happen, acting Baroness Zelos?
Time to send him on a wild goose chase again.
Ah, of course.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna get inside the town and get myself a flagon.
Flang?
A flagon.
Oh, flag. Okay.
Flagon.
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 Flagon of ale.
Yes,
Yes.
it's the size of your dwarf.
Oh,
Just about
terrifying.
as little as possible.
And one of the people who is in there drinking with Davos and you wheels up to you and says, "Why, hello, my good fellow. You look like you're from the Five Kings Mountains."
I am. Who are you?
And he pulls up in his little technological wheelchair. "Allow me to introduce myself. I am Herlock Schloms, world-famous detective."
Well, Mr. Sucks Mushrooms, it's nice to meet you.
Ah, yes, of course.
So you know where the kobold hideout would be, wouldn't you, since you're the world famous detective?
Oh, no, sir. No, sir, I do not. I just came within the residence. Today, in fact.
Why? Did you detect anything?
No, I was invited by the Baroness.
When?
Why, a week ago, of course, towards her party.
Davos will start counting days in his fingers and try to remember from what the other party told him if the Baroness, the real Baroness, has been dead over a week or less than a week.
She's been dead for almost a month now.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, the party
Um,
was mostly the Spy Baroness's thing.
Yeah, but why would this Baroness call for a detective?
I often get invited to parties like this, on the often when I'm between cases.
what reason are you? Nobility? Rich? Merchant? Some
What?
kind? When you're not investigating?
Well, when I'm not investigating, I'm playing my technological violin.
Ah, I see, a celebrity.
Yes. I was
Well-
hoping, in fact, since I came early, to find my old protege, Avery, but I seem to have missed him by just a day. He went on a long sabbatical towards a dungeon or something. I hope he's all right.
Oh no, he's absolutely alright.
Oh, that is reassuring.
Yes.
Avery outside the tavern, like
Sweating and scratching.
I like
He's
to
on a
imagine Avery's
long-
actually at the Baroness's because of all the discussion as opposed to the tavern.
He's on a long journey away. You won't see him for a long time.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Hopefully he makes it back in time for the party.
Of course he will.
So tell me, are you one of the dwarven lords from the Five Kings Mountains that will be representing their interests during the party?
And
Yes,
my
I am.
beer goes all over the table.
What?
Oh,
How about
Yep.
the waste? Loaded.
Sorry. It was. I choked. Not loaded, Davos.
Sorry, that was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
We
Google
forgot.
names.
No, we mentioned this again. He's a lord.
Meanwhile, while this is happening, Loden is just bashing down everybody's doors, going like, "Is there a cult in here?"
No, get out of my lawn. I mean, you were here last time.
You were just here 5 minutes ago.
There's no cult. There's only cultivation. Look, I'm growing radishes in the front yard.
But Loden does narrow down the possibilities of where the cult headquarters could be located. One is
Thank
at the
you.
workshop with the uplifted bears, and 2 is the Baroness's estate, from what he can tell. After his grueling hour of searching the premises. One of those buildings possibly has a secret locale attached to it because it's the furthest from the river and would be
Oh.
able to support, like such a structure.
I'll let the group know.
Again, I'm thinking that
I'm leaning towards the Baroness's estate, considering that we know there's at least one secret passage in there behind a painting that the Baroness always uses.
Oh,
I
Now you mention
I still say that there's possibly like a passage connecting the two locations. Because
Good.
if you need a whole hideout, and there are a lot of cult members and you're stashing kids inside, you probably don't want to do it in the estate, but you want to be able to move to that place. That's why I was thinking like how the things got into the Baroness estate, that maybe there is a secret tunnel beneath the thing or something.
Well, that's a good question. Maybe we should go see where the Baroness is hiding behind that painting.
you
Maybe
just
it leads right to, maybe it leads
so
right to the,
many
the
times you
headquarters.
saw her use that secret passage, and it's just dawning on you now, talking to another person.
We weren't trying to be rude.
Oh.
How were we supposed to immediately suspect the Baroness, the spy Baroness?
You forced your
Maybe.
way. You forced your way on to the premises where she allowed no other adventurers on, telling her staff not to come anywhere near. Then you talked to her. She had cult paraphernalia right there in front of you, and you got to play with it and everything. How did you find
It was
these,
fun.
Baroness?
We
Oh, the
had.
previous Baroness
Yes!
left in here.
Maybe she
We
lied.
had- Well, listen, I'm not one to assume someone's a liar. That's just who I am.
Oh.
However, no, you're right.
So I think we
Um,
found the hideout. It's at the Baroness's estate.
Well, no,
Which means the
Hey-
spy is actually working for the cult, which is maybe this. So the party maybe is to actually get this place out of Taldar control, then, instead of trying to secure it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If you say that is
Did we beat up this
that
spy master now?
a cult master,
I think
and
it's time to. Well, first of all, I'm gonna go look for some shrinking potions so I can actually fit down that damn hallway.
So
It's
me.
this
Ah.
person is outside the Baroness's estate in these beautiful white flowing robes as he greets Avery and Grimsnarl and says like, "Ah, hello there, my good man and my good bear."
Arakota, too clean. He's up to something.
Like,
I bow my head.
my name is Lord Percival Goldhammer. I appreciate your politeness. Whom have I the honor of addressing?
I am Avery, and I look towards Grimsnarl.
I'm Grimsnarl.
Ah, yes. Your name is quite befitting of your ancestry, I must say. And he gives the bear a once-over.
I'll just show him a toothy grin.
Ah, yes, yes. I have many profitable ventures for you and your people. I am most pleased to have been invited to this gala that is happening within a fortnight. I decided to come a little bit early and establish myself and my relations with my mercantile empire with your market. I would very much like to open trade agreements with your Baroness.
Well, first, Goldhammer, was it? Would like to welcome here.
Of course, of course.
You said open trade with the Baroness.
Absolutely.
And I want to look him over to see if I see any of the cult paraphernalia insignia on him.
Okay. He does a little turn for you as well in his robes and
Ah.
whatnot. Yeah. Yes. Look upon me.
Ah! Well, yeah. should I roll a blind perception to see if I see
Sure.
anything, or
Yeah. All right. So there is no trace of religion or occultism on this man. No defining symbols, nothing. He is pure white as the driven snow. He seems to have some sort of, like, cultural thing going with the robes and whatnot. He's wearing nothing but white and this kind of, like, little motif on the trim.
do I happen to know what the motif resembles in any media?
You will need a society check for that, or you could just ask him.
Yeah, let me just not be rude. May I ask where you are from once again? And
Oh, of course. Of course. I am from the country of Druma, and I am with the Calistocracy. We do not believe in gods or worship of idols and such like that. We find them most primitive. When we die, we create our own afterlives, and it's based on how profitable we were in life. We endeavor to create great empires and relations with other nations. When it comes to fighting, we usually hire mercenaries or mercenary groups to fight our wars for us, though we tend to stay out of wars and sell to those already warring. It's more profitable that way.
Out of character. This sounds like the religion of capitalism.
It is not a religion. You take that back.
I said out of character.
I know.
he told you in character. It's not a
Oh, good. He can read minds.
or beyond the veil.
I can read wallets.
Oh God, I hide our group stash. And you, just to confirm, you had an appointment with the Baroness?
Oh no,
Or
I was
are you dropping
seeking.
in?
I was seeking if I could pay a personal visit, maybe start things up a little bit, but it seems that she may not be here at the moment. The servants have already asked me to leave for the day, so I might be checking out the marketplace or the workshop, and he looks around at the town, some of the other quaint places, I suppose.
Do you
I
mean
was-
like
I was expecting
places?
more.
Well, you know what? There's more than meets the eye in this town, and I'm pretty sure you'll find that. Just don't go around waving your wallet around. Apparently, people hate that.
What? No! That's the entire foundation of my society!
Yeah, I'm just telling you that you will definitely feel some type of wrath bestowed upon you the moment you do wave that around.
That's just poor people talk.
There's a bunch of adventurers in town who didn't get hired by the Baroness, and they're upset. about it.
Unemployed? Terrible.
I mean, you could employ them.
I could. I very well could.
You could
Those
even,
are-
sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, quite all right, my good man. I am not familiar with this Taldor Nice, but I wish to experience it.
Sorry. Anyway, sorry. What I was saying is, as you are a man of mercantile favor, I mean, as you can see around the lines, this is untouched territory. You could probably set up a shop here or something to benefit the town, and thus maybe get the Baroness' favor. And then from there, you know, communications may be a bit more smoother with you.
Yeah, Zealous, they're distracted talking. You can sneak in.
Okay.
Well, I say...
I-
Go ahead.
Just sorry. The idea of Zelos like peeking over the wall to see Grimsnell and Avery talk to this Goldhammer dude, and just like press up against the wall, looking dead at them. It's great. Yeah, I feel like you should be able to, I don't know, set up a shop here, make some more coin, and then or even hire people to make more coin for you. And then from then, you know, hey, Baroness might look in your favor,
Well,
as opposed to waiting out here like a schmuck.
Well, I just wanted to be polite, but now that I know how things are done here in Taldor, and he begins cracking his fingers and whatnot through his fine silk gloves, he says, like, let's make some money!
Just be careful.
He then power walks towards the market/workshop.
Yeah, power walking. Like Dr.
Oh,
Livesey.
Ugh.
So it's like back arch, just shifting his shoulders back and forth.
This is how people with money walk.
Oh God. Snell, did I send this man to his death?
No, probably other people's wallets death.
Yeah, Davos feels as shivers as he thinks that the stated goal was to stop like a war from happening, and we just convince the person who wants the war to happen for him to make gold to stay here. I mean, he will be more than pleased to have both sides buying weapons of him.
For someone who's so simple, Davos has been the most logical of the entire group.
But at the moment he's not there, he's at the tavern drinking.
Yeah. With
And
the
he
man
gives
in a
the
wheelchair.
beer- Yeah, he gives the beer a solid
Yes.
7 out of 10.
All right. So, yeah, Loden, you try sneaking past the staff and whatnot, and one of the attendants stops you just as you're beginning to get into the causeway. I think it's time for the battle map. One moment, please. I need to the scenes, because we haven't used it in a while.
All right. I was going to get some shrinking potions so we can.
You can still get your shrinking potions, but I have to do this first because
Okay.
some things are going to happen. Yep, Loden makes it right about here. He's just about to get into the door when one of the butlers stops him and goes like, "Oi, who are you?"
My name is Loden.
Well, Loden, I'm sorry to say that the Baroness is not available at this time, but I can leave a message with her if you are an adventurer.
Who's
Oh.
the second? Who's the second in command here?
Second in command, the Baroness rules the entire estate in Emberbrook. There's no second
Does
in
he-
command.
She doesn't have like a chamber person or
Oh,
a seneschal.
oh, yes, of course. I'm sorry, sir. I was confused. Yes, she has Lady Eleanor d'Argent. Here, let me get her for you. Ooh. Nope, I have to do it on the other one. Apologies. It's confusing when there's two windows. And this woman comes out to meet you barefoot. She's not wearing the cloak and the little slippers and whatnot, and she says like, yes, Loden, my name is Eleanor d'Argent. How may I assist you today?
I understand that your Baroness is taken some ill.
No, I do not believe she is ill. I just saw her a moment ago come into the estate.
But she's not taking any visitors.
Not at the moment, no. Would you like me to see if that has changed? Please, come in. I don't wish to be rude. Let us not talk in the
Sure.
doorway. And she
Sure.
takes you to the waiting room. Who else would like to come to the waiting room?
I need to
Seeing
go
Loden.
get some potions first. So
Okay.
Go ahead, Griswold. Avery, seeing that you made your way in,
Yeah.
will proudly just walk in without anyone stopping him.
Yeah.
And without making too much of a ruckus, Loden.
Yep.
And I'll point to the wall here, because that's where the painting is, correct?
Mm-hmm.
This is the painting the Baroness usually sneaks in through.
So you want to just go? I'll just start. Let's go in.
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt a crafting check to see how this is essentially working, and if I can trigger it myself.
Sure.
I'm gonna move the painting.
Okay. You move the painting, and as you lift the painting off the thing, its little spin on the canvas within the axis starts spinning, and then you see this woman try to come out from behind it, and then you smack her in the face. Yeah, I say I was on my way.
Well,
So you're the Baroness. Or you're the...
Yep. Go ahead and take over, Zell.
Oh, I can't see.
Oh no, don't worry. I'll put you where you should be. Hang on. Zell's pop. There you go.
My. You guys came back. Didn't expect you to be back so soon. And you look a little old.
do we? Oh, well, first, Baroness, this is someone we've picked up on our journeys by the name of Loden. We have another compatriot with us that will be assisting us in the aid of, one, finding the cult, and two, I assume your big party.
Well, I'm sure that he will pass the mustard if you've taken a liking to him, but, you know, try not to invite the whole town next time.
So where does this passage lead?
What path it? Think Bino's gone?
No, I'm right here. The painting passage that you use every time, it goes to your private chambers, of course.
Oh, that's the path. Never mind. But back to the party. Have you procured everything you need?
Not as of yet. There's one more pressing matter we have to tend to before we think about the party.
What do we need for the party?
One attire for the crew to make us look a bit more, upper crust and less, and I extend my arms out like me. And the next thing is to find the information about who is coming to the party and how can we impress them.
And have you found out exactly what you're going to be doing at the party?
I'm
You
still
plan of
discussing
action?
that. I'm still discussing that for a party, but I believe the best thing to do is to bump elbows, as they say, and then see who slips up some type of information.
I hope you don't meet physically.
I mean, that's how you bump elbows, right?
So, Zelos, you know that Valeria Nightshade, a fervent revolutionary from Galt, is coming. Lord Percival Goldhammer, a wealthy merchant from Derma. A Councillor Thalia Brightwater, a distinguished member of the People's Council in Andoran. She was democratically elected. And, of course, your Seneschal, Lady Elorna d'Argent. The gala features a diverse array of entertainment, live music, theatrical performances, which are beloved by Taldorians, an exotic dance routine. We cannot use the word exotic anymore. We can't. It's not even to describe Western things.
Yep. That's a completely different dance routine now.
Yeah, it is
Is it
going to be
OnlyFans?
traditional OnlyFans dance routines. Make sure you know how to dance. Guests will be treated to a symphony orchestra playing classical compositions, while skilled dancers perform elegant waltzes and lively folk dances, so you guys will be required to dance.
Hey,
If your
how
friends don't
come
dance,
all this description and not a description of the booze and food?
Well, cuisine-wise, the culinary offerings at the gala are nothing short of exquisite, with lavish spread of gourmet delicacies of fine wines from across the inner sea, and guests will be able to indulge in decadent hors d'oeuvres, succulent
There you go.
roasts, delectable desserts, served by a team of expert chefs and sommeliers. Those are the people that taste wine. Nothing
Nice.
about ale.
Good wine is better than ale. Ale is just the cheap alternative. Davos is a man of culture.
So,
Like his father.
Yes. The smell of pine. Mm.
You actually can make wine with pine resin inside. Here in Greece, it was traditional because it was used in old times as a natural preservative for the wine.
Ooh.
And we still make it. It's like considered more downgraded wine, but it is actually quite like it
Does it
has
have antifreeze in it?
no, it has a very distinct, like a fruity aroma. But it's because in the old times it was used like for the cheap wine to sustain the cheap wine. It has this reputation, like that it is the cheap stuff.
So,
Mhm.
are we happy with what the Baroness is dishing out?
Well,
Yeah.
before we continue, Baroness, we do have to ask: has there been any, I don't know, strange activity here?
Let me think. Well, there's been trade has kind of stopped. Something, I guess, with the woods. A lot of people seem to have trouble getting to us.
I don't. Are you sure about that? The reason I ask is because we've ran into someone outside by the name of Goldhammer, one who I believe is definitely here for trade. And he was
Oh.
here looking for you earlier, and he got here no problem. I mean, by the look of his robes, he was untouched.
Yeah, apparently, not everybody's having the same issues.
We can look into that later, I believe. Especially if I don't know, we're running so close to the date of the party.
I just want to make sure that the delegations that come, don't have any unforeseen things that happen to them.
Understood. I'll look towards Loden. And then just look around the room once around.
Yep. You see the little knickknacks from what you believe to be the cult that you stopped. You also see a grand rug depicting the history of Taldor. You see tapestries with Baroness Orsino's family, relations to the royal line, a depiction of the first Emperor Taldus.
Do you mind if we take a look around here for a bit, Baroness?
Oh, go ahead.
With a slight nod, yeah, I'll start examining the room.
Okay.
I'll leave you to it. I guess. Do you intend to?
Okay. You go that way. Okay. All right.
So why is the Baroness doing laps?
I take it you dumped the costume
Yes.
somewhere along the way.
Yes.
All right, Loden. So you begin to investigate this this portrait and whatnot and other things within the room. The candelabra struck you as a very magnificent looking piece, but it doesn't move, like there aren't any secret passages associated with it. And as you push in the portrait, as you did before, you find that there is some sort of mechanism blocking it now.
Just coming into the room. Hey, did you guys see the Baroness?
Yeah, you just missed her. She was just asking us how far we came along. She's also mentioning something about travel being halted in the woods for some merchants.
I'm sure everything's fine.
Something blocking this passage. Maybe you're able
I'll-
to fix that?
Yeah, I'll do like what I wanted to do earlier. Essentially, try to determine how this thing functions with a crafting check.
Sure. So, on the opposite end of this portrait is more than likely some sort of barricade or locking mechanism that isn't available on this side. But you are confident that if you were to get on the other side of the portrait, you would be able to unlock it. The only way to disable it from this side would be to remove the portrait and the frame from its hinges now.
Can I do that with another crafting check?
Nope, you can do it right now. You just need your tools out and everything. Are
Yep,
you going to
I-
take 10 minutes to do it?
Do it.
Loden, I just need to keep watch.
Yep,
Yeah,
they're
And,
I'll make sure to check outside.
Okay. There's no reason for me not to believe.
There's so much running going on.
I want to imagine at some point we do see
Hey, I
Velos
just
with,
had one
like,
more
a pool.
And why do you have all this stuff out? And hey, that's a very expensive painting.
So, by the time Zelos comes back in the disguise, you know, like click-clacking the heels and whatnot, half the frame is already off the hinges.
I'm still going without.
How dare you?
So there's something very strange here, and I apologize if this is very unorthodox, but I'll put it back. I'm pretty skilled with my tools. I can repair this, if not even make him better.
Have you even thought to ask?
I did
You're
that.
dead, so we don't really care.
Well,
Wow!
Damn, Loden.
That's the Taldor nice.
Just to be clear, Loden. This is the shadow. You know, someone stepping in. But then again, you might be right.
Yep. So
Yeah, but
the servants
Yeah, I'm
start
going.
hearing this debacle as you're continuing to dismantle the painting, and they go and they come in. They say, like, is everything all right, Baroness? Do you need assistance?
Yes. Could you do something with this mess and escort them out? They have more important things to do.
I see. And they bow their heads towards Loden and Avery. I'm terribly sorry. May I ask you to leave the premises? Please follow me.
Not until we go through this passage.
Due to the rules of Taldor, aristocracy, and courtesy, I must insist that you leave the premises at once at the Baroness's wish. But I can't force you out.
Baroness,
must
you really
be-
want me to blow up your spot to the servants? Because I will.
holy shit, Loden came in with guns cocked and loaded.
I don't understand what you're saying. Baroness,
Baroness, this is your last chance.
Well, that's just about what? If you only just ask me, it's a way to make sure that if anything happens, you can escape. It's a passageway out.
But what I'm
There's
saying
a cult
is something
there's a cult operating here. and we think they're using this tunnel. We're going to investigate the tunnel. It's that simple.
That's not a character. Where's this tunnel lead?
I'm sorry?
That's not a character. Where's the tunnel lead out to?
Oh, yeah, it leads down into the secret cult lair.
Damn
completely out of character. Did no one of you? He just said that it is a tunnel to escape, and there is no way to open it from this side. What tunnel to escape if you can't open it from the side that you're supposed to escape from?
All right,
When
above
we
game
first
once again.
asked about it when the Baroness came out.
Yes.
But when the Baroness first emerged from it, we asked about it. It's like, oh, it just leads to my private quarters. It's like, well, we had no reason to disbelieve her.
Yeah.
We were being hired by her at that time, and we haven't really been back enough to be questioning it.
Yeah, I'm just saying that he just now said that, oh yeah, it is to escape, and there's no way to actually open it from the side.
That's the logic again. See, it's the logic.
Well, that's the first time it's been used as it's been mentioned to be an escape thing. It's like, wait, doesn't it go to your private quarters? How do you escape from your private quarters? And why
Easily, I
isn't
come
there-
down into the study through the painting.
That's how it works.
Yes.
But yeah, Avery's still going even with the
It's
servants.
off the hinges now, and the portrait of the Baroness falls to the ground unceremoniously, revealing a dank, dark passage leading downward.
Baroness, is your study beneath the earth?
Well, that's where the path that goes up, down, and around.
I light a torch and start going down.
Okay, so it takes
That's
about...
good.
Yep, it takes about a moment or two, but you find yourselves actually connected to the waterway to the south of town. And it looks like,
if the Baroness tries to run away, I'm going to grab her.
Good style.
I've had enough of this.
okay.
You start running away from me after they're going. I'm grabbing.
Oh, we're doing initiative then.
Yeah, we have to.
We have to do initiative. I promised last time.
Acrobatics.
Wait, we didn't do anything. We didn't do anything yet. All right, I
Once
will.
you grab me,
I will take that. I will take that as your initiative since you wish to get away. Grimsnarl, do you wish to do athletics as your initiative?
Athletics? Yeah.
Okay. You know how to change it, right? On the drop down? All right. There's so many things that happened in this one little scene.
It's great.
All right. So, Baroness, your heels are ready to do some walking, but there's this large bear in the way. Are you going to get up on the table and walk all over the food in your heels? Or are you going to try to, like, go between the bear's legs and try to make it for the front door?
I'll just do a flip.
Oh my God! He's large, though! He's large!
That's what makes it even better.
All right, the DC is going to be, it's going to be hard, so I need to add +5 to it. I need a DC. Oh, what level is he? He's 9. So DC 24 acrobatics to vault over this bear.
Oh, I thought that was my acrobatics. That's what I was saying.
No, that was your initiative. We have to roll initiative first. You wanted to do
gotcha.
acrobatics, which is why I took it as initiative.
I gotcha.
Okay. Dear
And
Lord.
what if I just do over the table? Just flip.
I don't know. I don't know what you're doing.
Eh,
I've just
good.
described to you what was happening if you do the flip. All right. You don't. I've announced the DC, so you don't need to make it private. It is. Hang on. Reveal to everyone. There you go. 31. So you get over him with one action.
Nice.
All right.
In full movement.
Okay.
click, 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 click,
Click,
click.
click, 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 click,
Drop off
click.
the disguise.
Okay.
Oh my god. That is an action. Wow.
So
And
to
that's
get out of the disguise, you will need to get out of the wig, the dress, the shoes, and the makeup. That's more than one action.
I'll just go ahead and leave.
Okay,
Click, click,
Astor.
click, click, click.
Come back later.
All
Oh
right.
my
Grim snarl as they go down into the painting. You just see the Baroness book it.
And it's like that she ran when they're going down. It's like she must have done something to the real Baroness. Go get after her. She's a cult member.
There's food everywhere from where her heels met the food or whatnot. And it's just like you can follow the trail. There's gravy and everything.
I think I got
There's
30-foot
it.
movement speed.
Yep. You can smell the gravy on her.
Start chasing.
All right. So Zell, it doesn't look good. You're at like the barrier of where her like the guards for the rails and everything are, and you see like this bear on all fours chasing after you.
I'll go ahead and chuck
my
the heels to the left,
Okay.
somewhere over there. Put
Yeah.
my other shoes
Yeah.
to the
Yep.
I'll go to the right.
Oh, all right. So I need an athletics check to get over the wall. Remember, we established this was a very hard challenge. This will be a DC. I think we established it was a 26 back in the original when you guys tried to break in.
Where's the wall at exactly?
It's
Can I just-
here. Yeah, it extends around and whatnot along the sidewalk.
All right. I'll go ahead and throw my outfit over and take the rest of the actions to take off the makeup and everything.
Okay. So you're
Inside
zealous.
of Grimsnarl?
So I'm just zealous over here.
So there's just the dress, the makeup is all worn up, the heels are thrown in another direction, and the wig is there at your feet as well.
Yeah, so I just throw it over
Oh
the wall, all that
Over-
stuff.
Yeah, over the wall.
And if you look for the cake trail goes to the left with the heels.
Okay. So Zealous is barefoot right there. His skivvies. Grimsnarl comes over.
No, I thought it was farther. I thought it was out of sight in the woods.
Yeah, it's not in the woods. It's right over the gate. It's right there on the other side of the gate.
Oh, I thought it was a stone gate. Oh,
Yeah,
never mind then.
it's a stone gate. Yes, but you've got the little bar barriers and stuff.
I'll just go ahead and try to jump over it before that. I didn't know. I thought it was
That's-
more than distance.
That's fine.
That's
Give
like-
me a DC 26 athletics check to try to climb.
Okay. Oh, I thought I was going to use acrobatics.
No, you're not going to use acrobatics. Athletics to climb.
Hero
Alright. Yeah, I didn't even tell you whether you succeeded or failed. You keep making
Okay.
it private. And you did fail. You critically failed.
This is the fall of the Baroness right now.
God. So are you going to use a hero point?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and reroll using your hero point. You succeed by the skin of your teeth,
Yeah.
and you just see the Baroness rear end go like straight up and scale this stone and
Oh.
gated wall, and she flips over, and she's on the other side of the wall. Grim snarl.
Well, that was my turn to try and get over, which is
All right, athletics check DC 26, please. Failure! As you take your
I'm gonna use
big
my ear
beans,
point.
you take your big beans and just slide. No, he can't. He's too. He can't get a footing or anything. He just does that little thing that babies do when they want to get like a jar of cookies off the refrigerator. He just keeps jumping in place. You have one more action, I believe, after you walk up to the gate. You have one more action.
Well, let's try this again.
You didn't critically fail, so you can try again. Oh,
Nice.
Oh no!
you just see him like just like fall on top. Zelos, I'm gonna need a reflex save of DC 15, otherwise the bear will pin you. And that's an 800-pound bear. You critically succeed and just roll away. Oh my. This is going to happen all through town. People are starting to stare and look like, why is that bear chasing the Baroness? Zealous!
Is the Baroness barefoot? Without
Yes! She's barefoot! She's running through the town now!
Gods!
The guards start coming. Baroness! Baroness, are you okay?
No, this Bale's chasing me.
An imitator.
I'm way ahead.
My God!
What's
So,
your
yeah,
movement speed, Zealous?
55.
Oh, so you are a bit. Okay.
Yeah.
You're a bit faster.
Yeah, the guards start rushing over to position, but it'll take them about a round or two to get to you guys. Grimsnarl!
Let's see.
Oh God.
So there's some guards trying to position between me and the Baroness.
No, they're trying to run after the Baroness with you, like Benny Hill. They can't catch up to her.
So there's a big position, just the guards there.
There's a huge scene happening in town where the Baroness is being chased by guards, being chased by a bear.
I'm probably faster than the guards. No one knows who's chasing you between the bear and guards.
If I had known this was going to happen, I would have set up chase points and everything like that and had everybody in on this. This is hilarious. Grimsnarl.
Oh. Well, he'll eventually get away because he's faster.
Yes.
Especially
He
now
doesn't
that he's
have the
dropped
heels anymore.
So I guess I'll slow down to get us to the guards and like just spread the word that's a fake.
Yes, the fake. I assure you, Baroness Orsino only buys authentic dresses.
No, I mean that's someone who's been disguised as the Baroness. That's not the real Baroness.
Oh, truly.
Did you notice the lack of a wig? Different hair color.
Sir, the nobles wear wigs all the time.
I am confused now. Didn't we?
I think she's a member of the cult.
Yeah, didn't the party already know that the Baroness has been replaced because we found that the real Baroness
Yes,
is a
but
Yes.
it's been kept on the down low for the general public, though.
So you would already know that she's a fake.
She presented
reason.
herself as one of the Lion's Blades of Taldor, so that she could, stay in the position and whatnot. That was
it's not a real lion's blade. I believe she's
No.
actually one.
no.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling the guards. Like, no, she wasn't who she said she was.
Ah,
That was
Just-
someone pretending to be a spy. I think that was actually trying to disrupt things here. Member of the cult that was like, kidnapping people.
they ask for proof.
Well, I'll just say, well, let's go back to the manor. She took off when the secret passage was opened up, and I'll just lead him back to the manor. Let them look
Okay.
down the secret passage.
Yep, they feel as though the Baroness is safe since she's no longer in danger. And as for Loden and Avery, you see that passageway connecting to the waterway. This is exactly where the body was dropped, that you found all the worms inside of, that made its way downriver. And you do a little test, Avery, with one of your contraptions, and it indeed follows the flow of the river out towards the Verudian forest, where bodies can be disposed of.
Oh, that's actually terrible. Oh no.
And you also find that this place leads into the workshop for the uplifted bears.
Oh, so it was both of them.
Damn, I was correct. They're both connected.
You
Rambo.
genius, you.
Once I get to a secluded place,
Yep.
I'll go ahead and
Yep.
mine stuff together and
Yep.
start like making my way back.
Okay. Very winded. Yes.
I'll move at half speed. Catch my
All
breath.
right.
To
So-
get yourself back to.
Let me do this so you're all on the same page and everything and whatnot. And I'll let you talk amongst yourselves and make your revelations, or your false revelations, or whatever it is. I'm going to be silent for this portion since I believe you are going to have some splaining to do.
Okay, I assume Loden and Avery wrap up the investigation before going too far without the party, and leave the manor, or at least stay at the entrance of the manor.
Sounds good.
And I will, if you want, Loden, I can actually go round up the people, round up our group, so we can have a discussion.
Why don't we just meet him in the tavern?
Fair enough.
I guess if you pass by, it's like if I ask what you discover at the from the secret passage.
Where the
They've got a bunch of
cultists.
guards who want to. They're trying to figure out why the Baroness was being chased.
Yeah, you guys should probably know the Baroness is dead.
Well, all right, so above game, we knew the Baroness was replaced because that's how it was the module introduced us. This individual claimed to be the Lion's Blade
Yes.
espionage agent,
Mm-hmm.
and as wanted us to find the whereabouts of the Baroness.
Correct.
Right now, we're
But she was a double agent.
No, she
Yeah.
she was actually the time lost Zelos who, when he left the group, immediately used the secret passage and then took on the disguise when he knew you were going to go into the Baroness's estate.
But we don't know the part about the time lost zealots, though.
No, no.
So if you're saying this to the group, you rendezvous with us back to the tavern and say that.
Avery,
Davos
my
will be
good
late.
boy.
oh,
And he pats Davos on the back and says, "There he is! There he is! I've been telling you about him, Davos."
Oh, that's your apprentice? Oh, good lord. Yeah, good choice, I mean, good choice.
My God.
before I have the excitement to tell you all what happens, I think Avery actually rushes up to his mentor.
Oh, dear
You're
boy.
above.
I'm always above and below. I've been to the Starship Divinity. Look at this chair I fashioned from its working innards. Most extravagant.
Can Avery perform a crafting check to determine like how
Yeah.
well crafted this is?
Yep, you immediately determine that it is non-terrestrial.
What the fuck?
So let's get the old man up here so you can see him.
Wow.
So this man is out here in the 2025.
Yep, he's got a lot of
Okay.
bling. Look at all that stuff on him. He's saved something from every one of his cases.
You know, serial killers do that, right?
Yes! Yes!
I mean, Herlock is one to uncover those secrets of serial killers, so I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't know. I'm glad to see you.
I'm glad to see you too, my boy. When I received the Baroness's invitation, I thought first and foremost that with the cult activity that was going on here, I'd bound to find you working at the heart of the case, and here you are.
I try my best.
Case is solved.
What?
Yeah,
Truly?
yes, I go. Well,
Not
yes,
like
in the
100%.
future.
We're on a lead right now, and we'll explain things in a more private matter because I don't think this is something the public needs to know immediately.
Ah, yes. Your friend Davos has told me much. He's a very, very philosophical fellow. I'm most impressed with him.
This guy?
Yes.
Yeah. I basically just retold the stuff that you've been telling me because my own life was like chopping wood and keeping the ghouls away from lumberjackers. Nothing spectacular.
That's pretty spectacular, but I mean, yes. Oh, there's a lot to discuss.
Yes. We must bring the Baroness at once. That way we can discuss with her.
I
Well,
didn't
no.
told him about you know what? And I am
That's part of what
Asteria
we need
as
to
that.
discuss.
Oh my god.
You
It's
know
okay.
the part about from where we are. And I do the most obvious, like blinking of the eye.
I look around us before we discuss anything. We're in the tavern, right?
Yep, you're in a public tavern.
Can we take this back at the Baroness estate right now?
Of
Yeah.
course. We should talk to her.
Yes.
What do you mean back? You've been to the estate?
That's where I started. It's something we have to discuss as a party, and I'll actually, if there is like a handle for the wheelchair, I will push Herlock along.
Oh
the
yeah,
way.
you do push him, and then his rims start spinning and making little LED sounds and everything.
Herlock, I think you should stop giving us attention. Not that
Right. My ride.
I get it. I understand, but in this scenario, as you taught me so many times, discretion is key.
Ah, yes, and he clicks the little button to turn it off. But the rims still spin.
That's fair. That's pretty fucking cool. And I'll lead the way to the manor.
I'm in here showing the guards the secret entrance.
Yeah, they see the secret entrance and whatnot, and Herlock comments, the whiff of dampness and mildew. This continues down quite a ways, possibly to the river.
Elementary to you, I suppose. You're absolutely right. We've discovered that this a hidden passage that I put in air quotes, the Baroness was using, and to proclaim that this was to their study actually leads to, and I open up the map that we have here, not only to the waterfront where bodies are disposed of, but also to the workshop where the uplifted bears are located.
Bodies? Multiple bodies?
And now that we think about it, and just above game confirming, we did find like the real Baroness's body around here at some point, right?
You found a servant's body that was turning into a worm that walks that you stopped and burned. But
There
you
we
did
go.
not find the Baroness's body.
Got it. So I explained one of. Now that I think about it, I know that we couldn't really determine the face of the worm that walks, of like which body it ate, but is there any of the Baroness's servants that match the body type of that individual you found?
No.
Okay.
All you know is that particular servant is the one that invited you in that day that saw Zelos.
Oh,
Ah.
so who might have made the connection?
Mm,
I'm just confused.
Yes.
So
Go ahead.
you say that the countess died and she became a worm that walks, and
Baroness, yes.
I believe we
The
got with
Baroness.
the worm that walks. We met. I believe the acorn confirmed was the old Baroness.
You want an acorn?
Oh.
no,
No.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
and then that spy master that took her place tasked you to find the real Baroness, right?
Correct.
But weeks after, supposedly the spy master who wanted to find the real Baroness to supposedly return this region to peace or to the stability that it used to have, started inviting nobles from all the places around.
Correct.
That doesn't make any sense, right? It's not only me that finds it weird that
No,
you're
the
searching
fact that
for your employer and simultaneously you invite people in.
the fact that you've actually laid it out for us while you were running around like chickens with their head cut out. No, you're right. If this was about discretion, we wouldn't have a party in the first place.
So where's the agent now? Did you let her go, Mr. Bear?
Well,
She got away. She ran. She somehow ran faster than me.
she's fast in heels, no less.
He tossed them off at the wall.
Ah,
They would have been expensive ones.
well, here's the thing. Now that you're saying all this, I'm wondering if the lion's blade that was here was also taken, and was swapped out at some point. Because
Well,
their initial,
if there was even
ahead.
a lion blade to begin with, how do we know
Yes.
that one existed?
and I look towards the lion's blade dedication I have now. That I was personally taught by them about the lion's blade dedication.
Herlock Sholmes nods his head and says, Davos, I think you might be onto something. It doesn't take much to impart knowledge from an archetype. Learning it for oneself can teach it. However, what you said before, could you repeat it, please?
Are you
That
talking about
the ale takes a 7 out of 10?
No.
Oh, the other part, yeah. That if someone wanted stability and was searching for his actual employer, the real Baroness, he would invite people from all over the place after the Baroness is missing.
Yes. Yes, my dear boy. Yes, you're on to something. The case is afoot.
So should we just talk to Eleanor and try and get some idea of what she wants done with this news?
Eleanor approaches you, Loden, and says, like, I'm afraid I'm a little confused by all of this, but I was given instructions that the party must go forward in 11 days. I'm at your service.
Well-
Who wrote the invitations? Was it the Baroness, or was it you or some servant?
It was definitely penned by the Baroness's own hand.
So
As
you
far-
will know what there is inside those invitations.
Yes, it was definitely an invitation to the Baroness's Gala, and she invited all the influential members that had an interest in Emberbrook in an attempt to raise the economy and also improve the town itself. There were also some people invited, such as Galt Revolutionary and people from Arodin that she believed would influence people and motivate them to work harder for falling victim to one of Galt's revolutions, and also, you know, like the threat of democracy, and she just like upturns her nose at it, would be simply unbearable. They were invited to the party as, you know, mere presents.
Yes.
But what if
And
they
I
want-
assume you have at least the list of all the names that the invitations were sent, because even if she penned them herself, she wasn't the mailman, she wouldn't be the one sending them out.
No, I can confer that I sent them out at her behest. They were penned by her hand. Counselor Thalia Brightwater, Lord Percival Goldhammer, Valeria Nightshade, myself, and Lord Tarask du Opara.
Davos will put like his head on his chin, like he's thinking very carefully, and says,
how many
I know
of them are
none of those
Taldor?
people.
How many of those on the invitation list are of Taldor?
Myself and Lord Tarask. Lord Tarask is Taldor's most notable job creator.
Out of character now.
Yes.
Any of those names that you've said in the Davos timeline, have I heard any of those, like being one who established the town, or being one who established the lumberjacks, or anything like that?
Counselor Thalia Brightwater is a distinguished member of the People's Council in Andoran. If anyone had connections to the Lumber Camp Consortium, it would be her, because all that funding is used to buy the democratic elections of that country. So the Lumber Consortium can rule.
I'm gonna point out. Actually, no. I think I know one, and I think I know her, and I'm gonna look to the rest of the party members and say, I know her, and points to me like it should be something obvious. And Lodin as well, I think, knows her.
Of course you would. You're from the few. Oh,
I can see the future.
Oh, what did you say, dear boy?
and I whisper in her lock's ears. These two are outside of our timeline from a place about, was it 10 years in the future?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 years in our future due to some face shenanigans they're here.
Ah, how
But please
exciting.
don't say it out loud.
Yes, of course, my dear boy. And he speaks up again, and he says, now, Lodin, from what's been said so far, and the fact that we also know that the Baroness's timeline ends at a certain point with the discovery that you've made and the connection that happens with the workshop, what do you think we should do next?
I don't know.
Are you certain,
Since
my
we don't have.
Investigate the uplifted bears. If they have a connection to this place, then that's concerning.
Weren't all the uplifted bears dead in our timeline?
They were. They were driven out so they could take the forest and all the lumber. Why do you think they started a cult to get rid of people?
So what's the
Anyway.
plan, guys?
I
Probably we should see if there some bears have been disappearing too.
Actually, when Lode and I are down in the waterways, do we see any bodies of uplifted bears?
Nope.
Okay,
Just
only
humans.
humanoid.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess it could be pinned on the bears, and that would lead towards
them to be driven
killing
out?
them.
How about we take a look at one of those bodies to see how they possibly died first before it gets pinned on the uplifted bears?
So you would like to do an autopsy?
Of course, you know the best works are done like this. Would you like to join, Herlock?
No. I want to see Davos in action. I have a feeling he's already worked out the mystery, and I want to see if I'm right.
Ah, yeah, yeah. I work on booze, and I think it's running
there.
out.
Guard! Get this man more alcohol immediately! He's a drunken master!
Yes, that's the correct attitude. Yes, I believe with more alcohol, I will be better to serve this cause.
Not this man trying to
Oh boy.
get drinks out of my boss. This guy is terrible.
Now, while Davos works on that, I believe you, Lodin, have already solved what happened to that Blade of Taldor. Or excuse me, the Lion's Blade.
Well, we think he's a corpse. One of his dead people
Are you certain?
from the cultists. You mean the Baroness fake imposter Lion's Blade, or
Mm-hmm. The one that gave chase. Take a look around, my good man.
yeah? Let's
What happens to you when you run, let's say, 10 kilometers?
be perspiring,
Yes.
out of breath.
Undoubtedly. Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
What would your shoes look like, I wonder?
Muddied, disheveled.
Yes.
But if you had no shoes, like Grimsnarl stated, you might still have mud on your feet, right?
Or quite the opposite, if one were to put on the shoes after the running. Whom amongst you has no
What?
mud, no debris?
I take off my shoe.
No, wasn't the assistant without shoes for some reason?
Ah, and he turns back to Eleanor. It's true. And he looks at her bare feet, and she goes like, I don't understand what you mean. My dear, why don't you come into the room and let us take a look at your feet?
Herlock. You can't say stuff like that. You just can't say. You can't just say stuff like that.
We are going to jail.
Ma'am, if you do, I promise you, it's not what you think. It is for the investigation.
I understand. I said I was at your service and I meant it, but I don't see what my feet show about anything.
How clean are her feet?
They're-
Not a thing I expected to say in Pathfinder 2nd edition.
So her feet are pristine. They look like they've been soaked previously and whatnot, and most of her soles are soft and well trimmed.
Herlock, I don't think it was her per se. This looks like a foot of someone who really hasn't seen much manual labor.
No, she
If-
came with mudded boots and took them out.
That could be so too. That would mean
But
somewhere on the
Baroness I
grounds.
just tasted was barefoot. The
Ah,
souls would at least be running through the streets barefoot here.
but Grimsnarl. And he says with a devilish grin, what happened to the shoes she was wearing before she discarded them? Have you retrieved them?
I'm gonna wear a.
Oh, let's go do that.
Okay, yeah, Loden gets the shoes.
Okay.
Yep, they still got the gravy and everything on them. He says, like, good man, put them here where we can all see them.
Good
Put 'em there.
gravy going to waste.
Now, as I came in, I see a distinct pattern of the way someone walks, whether it's on a table or through the mud. What would you say is the single most determining feature of a man walking compared to a woman's walk?
Wait,
Yeah, the
Wall
half
of
took
feet.
its that.
When did the man go to the sitter last time?
Wait, sorry, you asked where did the
When did the man go to the sitter? It is important for the gait of a man. If you go to the toilet like and you're empty, you're walking confident. If you're constipated, you're walking like forgive me, Grimsnall, like a bear.
Ah. Well, it's a good thing our bear friend here witnessed the walk for themselves. Tell us, Grimsnarl, how did they escape from you?
Jumped, basically climbed, just scampered over the wall and then ran like the wind.
But before that, how did they get to the wall?
Jumped up onto the table and
Take a look at the table, my good bear.
I guess I'll perception check to see if I can spot anything special about the table.
Yep. So Grimsnarl, you don't really see anything too special. You just see a couple of things, tossed over, stepped in and whatnot, and the gravy spilt over, which made all the little tap-tappy steps. But Loden, you notice something about it. All those tap-tap-tappy steps are very close together. Extremely close together. Loden, you're a man that recognizes a woman's walk and how they stride in heels. This was not striding, and this was not running. Someone was trying to balance on those heels.
I let them know.
Like a pair of stilts. Very
so
good.
you're saying the individual wearing these heels were not accustomed to wearing these heels in the first place?
I would say that they were of the less fairer gender. Someone not used to heels, at least.
Which would be why they tossed it before leaping over the wall, so they could so they wouldn't be able to be constrained by them.
Excellent point, my dear bear. Excellent point. Now, for the evidence at the wall. What did you find?
Let's see. Toss down the weight. Did they toss off the dress too?
Yep.
All right. So tossed off her dress, tossed off the shoes, and then dropped the wig at her feet.
Yes.
Oh.
Now, tell me, Grimsnarl, does a bear folk or uplifted bear of your particular stature have a keen sense of smell?
I don't think I have any special senses.
Are you certain you don't have some sort of rudimentary scent? As in imprecise?
I'm not seeing it in my ancestry or heritage.
You might have missed it from the document where you were copying everything from.
As someone who plays that said, you do have a keener sense of smell, so probably, if not a circumstance bonus on scent-based perception, an advantage.
So, why not fetch the dress next? The next important piece of evidence, now that we have everyone gathered here together.
I'll go fetch the dress. Yep.
Oh, my good man, come back here.
Not Zelos running!
Yeah?
Zelos!
Loden has a 40 movement speed. No one's moving faster than him.
Okay. So, Zell, are you running with the dress, or are you just running?
Going back to the cult.
And so
Warn everybody.
The campaign.
So, I think at this point, we've determined who the fake Baroness is. I didn't expect him to
Escape.
Run. Yeah, I was certain it was going to be one of those things where they wait politely and let me accuse them first.
Herlock, if you've known, you could have just told me above, and I would have stopped them from exiting like you usually do.
I simply couldn't, my good man. That's not how a gentleman detective does things. But there
I
is a
understand
small
that.
but there is a small surprise waiting for him back at the cult headquarters. And he grins.
What do you mean?
I enlisted the help of several young men at the tavern to do a little favor for me. That's why I went there first, after all, and not to the Baroness's.
Immediate hard cut to Zelos running away.
Yep. And you see him, and it's just like he's getting back to the cult and everything, and you see all the guards and whatnot waiting for him. No, not this time, my good man. Not this time. You didn't know they were coming.
Oh no, Zelos!
Yep. It's the goal for you.
How far away are they?
Nope. You get caught in a net, my good man. You've gotten away enough times.
Oh no! The auto fail.
Waiting for you to actually enter the building and then slam the door shut behind you.
Just a maniacal laugh as the door's closing.
He could have let me do the gentlemanly way, but he chose the hard way, my good boy.
Fair enough.
Hey, I'm even more confused. Didn't he help us? Why?
We
Why?
told you before.
That's the
It's
guy that
always
got
been
switched.
the two Zeloses.
Yes.
Two
At this
Zeloses, you
point.
say?
Yeah, we had initially when we met the Baroness as a group, there were two of them, and one proclaimed to be his twin brother. But after the shenanigans we've been through, also we have, and I point to the rest of us that are from this century, or this decade, I should say.
Yeah.
We also were shunted through time temporarily. We discovered, I don't know, just alternate versions of ourselves, and I'm wondering now if Zelos was one from 10 years to the future now.
Yeah, all of you got the good version. Was he stuck with the bad version absorbing the good one?
In tandem, yeah. If you want to think about that, yes. Both of them were at the same time.
Throughout the campaign, we kept on switching. I have to sense.
We never knew which one was
I
the
didn't even know.
good one.
Oh my god.
The player never knew.
So that means our Zelos, the good one, is stuck in the future.
And that's why I always had the same equipment.
No.
Interesting.
Aren't
a shame.
the other versions stuck in the future, or didn't you merge? Didn't you body merge with the soul and stuff like that?
Yeah, but like I guess for us, because we weren't obviously in tandem with our alternate selves, I guess it was a bit more defined. I mean this to say, I think this is a huge loss to the team.
Is it?
Zelos was, at least the good one, was a powerhouse.
Yes, we made it through quite a few tough battles due to their help.
Okay, next question. How bad is Bad Zelos? If we exclude the bad stuff.
He's probably the one who killed the first Baroness.
Outside of that, nothing else.
Oh god.
Nothing to
Yeah.
admit to anyway.
And the other
I plead
corpses.
the fifth.
Oh
Well,
my god.
Now, once you find out, then yeah, that's the other thing too.
my dear boy. Is
Sherlock,
this
what are you
Zel-
taking from this case?
Well, and he looks at this woman's feet.
Herlock, and I move his head away from looking at the feet. I
Hey,
apologize, man.
You are right. We still haven't answered. Why are you walking barefooted inside the mansion?
I just find it to be more comfortable.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
Well,
and
this does pose a question. Since this Lion's Blade was in fact probably working against the town, do we still go through with the party?
I mean, there's no way to turn it back now.
Fair.
They're already en route.
Or here.
Or here. I mean, I did see Goldhammer here, and Herlock was here.
I mean, I know one solution.
Go on.
Take out a torch.
No. No.
Why not?
I'm not burning this place down.
That
If
I-
we burn this place down, we think of it this way: if we're the only adventurers that have been in and out of this building, and all of a sudden it burns down,
Yep. That's a good point.
I
I
think that
look
looks
at the
really
investigator.
bad.
well, we
I
still
stare
need
at
the
the
fake
investigator.
Baroness then to forge something that gives this barefooted lady like authority. Because if there's no noble, who will run the place?
Oh, I was given instructions, and she takes out the will of the Baroness. In the event of my untimely demise, the adventurers that I appoint as guardians of Emberbrook are to rule in my stead. Serve them
Huh?
as you would me, Eleanor, Lady d'Argent.
Huh?
But technically, it was the fake that appointed the party.
Yes, but Eleanor doesn't know that.
But didn't we just explain that the Baroness who's been here for the last month has been a fake?
Correct, but the will itself has been instated since the Baroness took the position years ago.
Oh,
So this. Oh wow.
It's legit. All right.
so it's
We're made
legit.
man.
The thing is, that the fake Baroness put us in.
Unless there's another eventual party. Dun, dun, dun.
No.
So
That-
should I change my
that's
name to
one-
Baron?
Then the fake one wouldn't need to have hired us. Then
So
Unless
you
the
shall
Baroness knew.
you will start as lords and work your way up.
I am already a lord.
That is correct. You are a lord from the dwarven lands of the Five Mountains Kingdom. You cannot rule Emberbrook. I am sorry.
Oh, right. I shouldn't have said anything.
I'd like to excuse myself, I think, but then again, the lords do have exquisite barrels of wine, don't they?
Yes, there's a huge wine cache in the Baroness's private collection.
Second question. Am I or am I not appointed? I think I'm not appointed, right?
Technically.
Okay, hey, very my good friend. You'll get you do not seem like a fellow that drinks a lot of wine. So if you happen in your estate to find good wine, you know
Yeah.
where you can hire me for like cheap.
Understood. Understood, Davos. I'm sorry. I'm trying to come to terms that we are now lords of a land.
yeah, Grimsnarl's
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
sat down
Our
at this
first
point. It's
time.
like he never. He's an uplifted bear, basically second class citizen, and now he's a lord.
Yep,
You see,
Grimsnarl.
that's the great part. I'm not a lord. I just take your wine. You are lords. You deal with that shit.
So Grimsnarl, you are the first of your people to hold any political power.
And he's a barbarian that doesn't care for it.
It's kind of like Conan movie.
So that means.
Oh yeah,
all of us
that
who
means that
started-
half of the guests that you are expecting in like 10 days will want to probably kill you and dethrone you as well.
Yes,
Lucky you.
Let's take this
Where-
time to.
Lord
support
Loden, where are you going?
Lord Loden.
So I'm being given a title even though I wasn't around for the
You are technically
Baroness?
part of their party. They took you into the party. That makes you one of the adventurers who are guardians of Emberbrook. You and Lord Davos shall remain as rulers.
Shit. Okay,
They
yes.
just hand out nobility like candy these days, do they?
Saying
No,
the
no, no.
person who got the nobility for handing in a quest, yes.
All right,
Okay.
so what are we doing with this?
It was an ancestral journey.
My God.
I think the first thing we do before we continue our journey and continue one
Is
this
toast
update
to our
party
new position, right?
is to ensure that this passageway isn't leading anywhere else.
The workshop.
And if it leads, I mean, if it leads to the workshop, who has the Fate Baroness been in contact with?
You already know that answer. Let's check out the NPC folio.
Let's see.
Davos will slowly walk
Bjorn
with his...
has been dealing with the fake Baroness.
Not
Probably didn't know that was a fake, but
not Bjorn. Bjorn touched all our equipment. I don't trust this man anymore.
Yeah.
Davos will walk with his bottle of wine in hand, slowly around the place, kinda half drunk, but eventually he will go outside to the garden here and spill a little of his wine in the ground and silently say, "Well, good or bad, Zelos, at least the one that helped us in the fight. May you rest, I suppose." And then he will slowly again walk back in and resume his cheery, drunken persona.
so now we need to investigate Bjorn to see whether he's in with the cult or was just supplying stuff to.
Okay. Now, group, you can stop me if you think what I'm about to do is incorrect, but Lady Eleonora,
Yes.
I would like for Emberbrook to go under lockdown. We will have no individuals exiting or entering the town for the next 10 hours.
Very well. I shall mobilize what guards we have to stand watch. You should know that we do not have walls around the town like we do at other places
I
within
understand that.
Taldor.
How about this? Just station guards at the most prominent exits of our town,
Yes.
and then just keep note of who is exiting and entering our town. Does that sound like more appropriate?
I shall do as you instruct.
Davos will also walk next to her, put his arm around her shoulder in a kinda inappropriate hug and kinda say, also, I'm pretty sure that if I'm supposed to be a lord, I'm gonna embarrass myself. So, is there any crash course in etiquette that we are supposed to know that you can tell us in, I don't know, 3 days or less?
Yes, I can prepare you in dancing, etiquette, conversation, cuisine, and, of course, conversation. You'll have to learn board games on your own by playing with each other. Taldorians love board games.
Can I pick cuisine and skip the rest, or do I need to do all of those?
You need to be able to prominently display your skill in all the activities while showing off your opulence as a Taldorian.
We're screwed.
Welcome to Taldo.
Also,
just ensure.
this one.
Go ahead.
And she looks to the uplifted bear. We're going to need several tailors.
Yep, fine clothes don't really come in my size.
And a barber.
He's just going to be very, very sad at that.
No, I'm not saying to cut off the magnificent bird. I'm saying to
No, I know.
trim it and
He's going to have to get trimmed to look like a noble.
Don't worry.
Oh, the bomb is
I've
probably going to be bank.
I've already thought about it. There we go. That's quite a smart look for our Grimmsnarl right there.
That'll work.
Lord Grimmsnarl.
But he's the most legit Baron this barony has ever seen. Get it?
I get it.
Barony, yes.
Thank you.
Oh God.
Should we tackle this? Sorry, I'm still getting some in terms that would that Bjorn might be in on against this.
We can find out right now if you want, or we can end it here. It's up to you.
We can find out now. We got time, right?
We
Okay.
got time.
Yep, let's
Now
go
my
back.
question is, do we want to split up and have someone go in the underground so no he doesn't escape, and then
Oh, you can cut him off. You know where it goes
Yeah.
and everything. They can position
Okay.
guards and stuff.
all right, yeah. So I'll order some guards to hold the.
Time as we're talking, I'm gonna appropriate fruits for everyone to eat that's wounded, because I see a lot of people are like wounded.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
this Zelos is apprehended coming back into town by the guards saying, like, we don't know how he got out, but he was coming back into town saying that he really wanted to find you guys.
Did you check to make sure the other one's still in? To make sure that he's still in jail?
Yes, which what made it very confusing for us. We don't know which is which. How do you tell them apart?
We don't. That's the fun part.
I go ahead and tell him the saying. Which both of them
Davos
know.
will point at him quite obviously, like stretching all over his hand, pointing towards Zelos and say, "Wait, you're alive? Damn, that's what some wasted wine."
I sure am, another Zelos comes out and says to you.
How did he escape?
Escape?
Another one.
What do you mean escape? I've always been here.
Wait, they're multiplying.
I
I
look.
see 3 of them.
So there's one. So just understanding, there's one in the cell. There's one
Yes.
being turned back into town, and then there's this
Yep.
free one.
Yep.
All right.
Why is there a third
hurts.
one? Why is there a third one?
I recommend scarring the one in the jail.
Well, we don't know if that's ours. And I. Oh,
No, we know
Well,
that.
the one in the jail
What-
was the one running and doing.
He was the one running in the
He's not
car.
the one who was with us at the beginning.
This one starts disappearing and goes like, ah, my time is up.
oh God. I look towards the new one. Are you okay?
I think I'm okay. I it just fades out of existence, horrified. But this Zelos is fine.
Hey, are you the
He
evil
was
one or the good
not
one?
entering town.
I straight up ask him, are you the evil one or the good one?
Does it matter?
Which side is my sword facing?
Which side is my
Oh, my
sword
token.
facing?
Well, you don't use your swords though. It's-
No, I mean the token has the hilt on the other side.
Yep.
Did
hang
it?
on. Yep, hang on.
Is that what really was the whole?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
He has the one-
I'm going to puke.
Here we go.
The-
Here we go. There you go.
I hate it here. Good night, everyone. Have fun playing Pathfinder without me right now. Goodbye. It's been real, gang.
We
My
never
investigator
know.
couldn't figure this out the whole 6 months we've been playing. I'm
Yep.
out of here.
Yep.
Remember day one? He had a mute.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. And you know what? Kudos to Bramble for changing the icon in the character spread as well. because I probably would have figured it out if I looked there and compared it to the shit. But it was also flipped, so fuck me, I guess.
I keep things very subtle. I keep them
I
very
want you to
subtle.
know-
And I remember the subtle things.
I want you to know I've never been happier to have you as a DM.
Thank you, sir. That is one of the highest compliments I've ever
That's
been
one of the
paid.
best reveals ever, is that we could have figured it out just by looking at the token.
Hey, my goodness.
You gotta love a gag story that goes serious.
I'm sorry with that. I think just to laugh my head off.
So the workshop.
Yeah, the workshop. Come on, Zell, you're with us. Please, just.
What's
And
wrong?
I turn to Loden and Davos. This is the real one. This is definitely
Well,
the
now
real
that there's
one.
only the one, he better be the real one.
Oh God.
To the workshop.
Yep.
Guards are in the sewers, preventing any escape.
You find him, and Loden approaches him, and he knows the jig is up. He raises his paws and everything, and he has a very sad look on his face. He goes like, "I suppose this is the end for my people.
No.
The cult
It
was
doesn't
our
have
only
to be.
hope."
I look towards Grimsnarl.
You're gonna talk like that to your new lord?
Lord,
Apparently, I'm a lord now.
I don't know what to say.
I'm just gonna pat him on the shoulder. That makes
Well, congratulate him, and
Like I mentioned, like how do you guys become a lord? What did I miss?
You're also a lord, if you're technically speaking now.
No, he wasn't. He's not a lord.
Oh,
He's not.
Oh, he's not. Never
He wasn't
mind.
there. He wasn't there.
Never mind. I didn't say it.
Remember how you told the imposter is just like, I don't want this person, like we don't associate with him. We think something's wrong. We had that conversation.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
well, at the very least, if punishment is to be meted on your folk, Gripsnarl, for their cult thingies,
Yeah, how are you punishing him?
uh,
I guess the question is, how many bears were in on the whole cult thing?
All of them.
I mean, they have a workshop that they could work and probably provide for the town stuff that we may need.
They can. But when they approached you about it on day one, your witch basically said, I don't like uplifted bears. I'm not doing anything for them. Screw those guys.
No, I'm saying as a punishment that they
Ah.
could pay the city as with their labor, providing
So-
things that they make in the workshop for
You
the
mean the
city and
escorts?
for us. What? I didn't hear you.
Oh, it's the one thing he can't say in Pathfinder, the
Yes.
S word.
Besides
The-
the E word.
I'm confused, but okay.
So what would you like them to do exactly? I mean, like,
What does the workshop make?
They basically make all the metalworkings and stuff for the town. They do woodworkings. He's an inventor. He invents things to help people and his own people and whatnot. He's responsible for the water wheel in town, the mills, things like that.
Well, we could, make them. Didn't we just say that the city, unlike all the other city of Taldor, doesn't have a wall? They
Correct.
could make a wooden wall around the city as a punishment, and also since they are keeping the water wheel active, they can keep the water wheel active for a year without pay, or something like that. I'm not sure about economics. I have absolutely no clue if what I said is very harsh, not harsh at all, or it just seems fine. Let them do free labor for us as a punishment.
You wish us
Oh.
to become slaves?
No.
No,
You
no,
can
no.
keep doing your workshop and you can keep doing the commissions. But
Just
those
do
two specific
big
things,
discount for the
How about-
the town, like for
All
like
right.
not to those two specific things. The water wheel for a year and the wall for the city. Those two will be your punishment. Everything else you make for the workshop, you can continue working as normal.
Hey, just how about we
I-
just pay them? We just pay them at 10%. That way we can't say they're slaves.
Can I interject here? I feel like we're not seeing their point of view at this point. Yes, they were helping the cult, but they probably had their own reasons.
Well,
As
they
you just
murder
said,
people. I mean,
and I turned to Bourne, did you murder people or did you provide the tools?
We provided the tools, and we provided labor.
Now my question is, have you personally harmed anybody?
I have not. I would not
And
do
it
to
has
the
any-
humans what they did to us.
And has any of the uplifted bears who are also in tandem with you harmed anyone?
No, that's not in our nature.
As I figured. I feel like we're being a bit too harsh in this scenario. To tell them that they are now working for no pay for the town is a bit cruel in my eyes. And you can argue with me all you want.
no, I'm not going to argue. I just said when I begin that I have absolutely no clue about economics and finances. I just said what I thought. If that's too harsh, then make it less harsh. I have no qualms about it.
I apologize if I come off a bit harsh on this. I feel like this is hitting a bit too close to home. However, I feel like this discussion of what the uplifted bears contribute now that they're no longer with the cult, might be a discussion with Grimmsnarl and the uplifted bears, as he's now the lord here.
Sure, as I said, make sure that whatever you decide is fair, but, and I will lower my voice, as someone who has been shunned by half the village due to not even my actions, you must make sure that what punishment you give them will be also enough to appease the rest of the people of the town when they learned, and they will eventually learn that they had dealings with the people who murder people here.
Gotta
How would they have
feed
knowledge
masses.
if we don't tell them that?
We won't, but the guards already know that there is a passage leading to the workshop.
Fair.
Davos with the logic again.
And the guards won't. We can't really order the guards to be quiet. They'll slip out eventually.
Well, you could order them to be quiet, but yes, it would slip out.
So what's the punishment, guys?
The punishment is
How about we wait on that? Give us a week to think it over. Or so.
Yeah,
You have 9 days until the thing.
we just became lords. We can, for the eyes of the people, put them in jail for now and have a proper trial with punishment. When we officially take the mantle and the good barefoot lady teach us about the laws and stuff and how we can actually deal with that and appear fair and be fair.
Although since they were only, since most of it, since some of it was parts and some was labor, we could just say that the cult just hired them. Shadily, but
Yes.
I mean, we control the flow of information. The guards don't know
Very true.
anything.
I'd say 10 lashes, but whatever.
You could also just have them pay a fine, money.
Let's get to that road when we get there. As of right now, we can. Bjorn, do you have your word? You have our word that we will do what we can to make sure that you and your people, one, aren't treated as criminals in the sense that you are actively harming people, but you have to stay in town until we're done with this upcoming event and ensure that no one is going to take the town from us. And I mean us as individuals, you, myself, and the people who live here.
Now that we're being properly represented in town, he looks to Grimmsnarl, we have much more confidence in your word.
Thank you for having that trust in us.
Just to make you feel better, I can swear to you and promise you that whatever dealings you had with the cult would actually lead to the downfall of your people.
And that's why
Um,
we
I can't guarantee that. Let's say that I have the prophetic dream that would be how it will end up for you.
And Herlock Shloms claps his hands and goes, "Well done, Davos, well done! I say you are quite the insightful fellow, and your mind is far-reaching, far into the future."
Yes! Almost if I can see 10 years in the future.
Amazing.
What's next, boys?
I think next is possibly calling it for now. Figuring out what we're gonna do over the next 9 days
Mhm.
game.
Davos still walking with now he's almost completely empty bottle of wine and feeling his exhaustion since he hasn't actually slept good because of these stupid nightmares. He's actually kind of starting to doze off standing straight.
Hey,
yeah.
I snap my fingers in front of his eyes.
Yeah,
You're getting
yeah.
sober. And I hand him over a beer. I carry in my pocket.
Oh, thank you. I was almost over. Good lad.
Looking out for you.
You
Cheers.
have solved the level 1 challenge I set before you on day 1. You have gained 5 experience.
And how many cold points?
There are no cult points. There's no cult anymore. But yeah, well done, guys. I was expecting you to get that way sooner. The new blood's really helping.
Sorry, you were expecting us to not trust the Baroness sooner?
She was fishy from the start. She basically
It's
told you,
true.
like, don't tell anyone anything.
Which, yeah, fair. I was just hoping she was legit and had it was. Hey, that's on me.
No, it's not on you. It's not on any of you. And
It's
it's
on the
not
other
on the group.
zealots.
It's not on any player like that. It's just like, I presented the story to you. If it didn't go the way I wanted it to, that's fine. I'm happy with it.
You could go
But-
off the rails more still.
Yeah, you got there eventually.
Hell yeah. Thanks, new blood.
Oh my god.
It's amazing how just a fresh pair of eyes can just say, wait, how did you not come up with this? It's like, wait, that's a
They
thing?
asked questions. They asked questions.
Hey, I was mostly drinking in the tavern.
You did more than us combined.
Fantastic work. Congratulations, lords. We're now going to change Emberbrook for the good. Cut to
Not
10
me.
years
I'm
later.
going back to
It's back how it was.
Well, you stopped the 2 major causes of what would happen. One was the uplifted bears getting removed, and the second was the false Baroness. So now you have a chance.
Yeah, because the bears would have gotten the fall guys for the cult's activities.
I say you did very, very well.
I'm
Very
just
well.
looking at my untrained society, untrained performance, untrained diplomacy, untrained deception,
Yeah.
untrained intimidation, and plus
All the
0 to
things-
charisma.
All the
And-
things Taldorians love, yeah?
Yes. Plus 0 to charisma. And thinking, yeah, that's a proper lord right there.
Look at
Perfect for the party.
Look at my barbarian. The only charisma thing he's trained in is intimidation.
At least you can
And he didn't have that before.
growl at them and they won't pester you.
Intimidation does work in Taldor.
Fair.
And you're bigger
He's
than
got a
all the other
smile big
nobles.
with a big maw of sharp teeth.
That's... You You are a big dog, essentially, and Taldorians love dogs. Alrighty, guys. So, you're gonna need to buy that clothing with some of your monies. I gave you more than enough monies for clothing. You've got to be presentable.
I don't
Plus,
like
we get
my
those
own
magic
clothes.
items to sell the staff and something.
That's up to
What?
you.
Do you mean my farmer's grab is not acceptable?
No, that,
Preposterous.
Lady Eleanor de Argent will definitely tell you no.
What clothing we have to buy? Noble clothing?
You
Yeah,
have to buy
just-
fine clothing or the 55 gold piece clothing or noble's clothing. Yeah, there's a lot of options, but you have to, depending on how you present yourself, the latest fashion may help, it may not. It all depends on whose fashion you're wearing, and, you know, like, an investment in clothes is an investment in your future as nobility, let's say.
Okay.
55 gold for the noble clothing, right?
For the latest fashion ones, yes. Let's look at that. Let's look at the clothing together.
Fine clothing is 2 gold pieces. High fashion fine is
Yep.
55.
You've also got tearaway clothing, experimental clothing.
No, I'll go for the rustic lord clothing.
All right, that 55 gold. You get
For
a
the
plus
rustic
one.
Yep. No.
For the good one. That gives you a plus
No,
one
not,
item
that's
bonus.
why I said not the good one, the rustic one.
Ah.
Looking to be from the bullies.
So if you
So
get
that
the...
people go on, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was finished. Sorry for interrupting.
No, not at all. I'm the one who's interrupting you. You go ahead, sir.
I was saying that I was going specifically not to buy the most fanciest one because I know I can't support it, but going for like the lower rank and like rustic and stuff like that.
So, this clothing, if you pay the 55 gold for the item level 3, will give you a plus 1 item bonus for checks to make an impression on nobility or other upper class folks. This is a good time to start making some allies for Emberbrook. For those of you who do not know the influence system in Pathfinder 2nd Edition or weren't here when we went over it for the first couple of sessions, you should definitely take a look at it, because making that first impression is important. You want friends as nobles, you don't want enemies.
Yeah, there'll be less assassinations and poisons.
Unless we do want enemies.
I just posted in the general chat a talisman.
Talisman, let's see here. Matchmaker Fulu. Ah! That's a
One
good
use,
one.
but you only need one to make an impression once.
Yep. Yep, talismans and fulus are extremely helpful. If you want to invest in some consumables that might help your social skills, that would be great too. There are mutagens for that.
Oh yeah, they are.
I mean, we do have now Bjorn, a master craftsman.
Yep,
He could
He's-
possibly craft us some cool talismans.
he can. And he'll be able to do much more if you undertake his side quest.
What's his side quest?
He wants the Great Book of Ursign, which is hidden in the Viridian Forest, that depicts all of
Doesn't
their
work,
culture.
You know, we'll get there.
How far is that forest?
You're in it.
Why don't we just do that before the party?
You can. It's up to you.
Yeah,
We have
what's stopping- what's stopping you guys?
9 days left?
What's
yeah,
stopping
about
us?
that. I guess just prepping for the party, like how we initially wanted to. But I guess we don't have to figure out who is going because now we have a list of who's
Yeah.
going to the party, and then from now we can, I guess, prep ourselves to be better. So yeah, I mean, we could take the time to go look for the book, and hope that we have a week downtime to like prep ourselves in etiquette and etc. Does that sound like a plan? We
Sounds like a
do
plan.
we do the uplifted bear book next week. I
Sure.
take that
Sounds
as a
like a plan.
resounding yes.
Yep.
If we have enough time to retrain, I want to ask if it is okay to retrain. Now, so one of you became an inventor, right?
It is I.
So I was having like quick repair to repair my shield and stuff, but I suppose that you can take over repairing items if needed be. So I wonder if it's okay, GM, to retrain the skill
Yes.
feat for a quick repair using the time we have for, and say that the training from Eleonora will be enough for me to pick up additional lore etiquette
Sure.
as a skill
Absolutely.
feat.
Yep. That will make a lot of the checks easier because when you have a specific lore, you get like the DC lowers like 8 sometimes. It's really good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It depends if we will have the time to do the retrain, of course.
Oh, you can have it done right now. You can switch it out right now because this is something that a player has already covered. I'll allow it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't pick etiquette without the training for Eleonora and stuff like that. So it wouldn't be something that my character would have done without the knowledge he just gained.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, we'll do a lot of little training sessions and whatnot, and we'll clear those bangs and those chops. Get you looking like a real Taldor man.
I mean, at least I have the stature for it. I'm big and bulky.
We're gonna do you up like how Tarzan got did up. Just like, all right, here you go. Wear a suit. Here's a tie. Cut the dreads. All right, cool. Welcome to society.
So anything else that you would like me to have ready for next time? You have a side quest, you have the party and its activities, and you have more people coming into town.
I think
Are
I
you gonna be
personally
chasing
don't.
anybody in town?
I hope not.
There are other Zeloses flickering in and out of existence.
Oh, we have to find a way to stop that.
Now, look on the bright side. This all happened due to this stupid fairy, and out of like how many 6, 7 of us, how many of us? Only one was like a failure on her part. That's great stats for the particular fairy.
Do you want the fairy at the party?
No.
Okay.
Is that even a question?
I'm just asking in advance so I don't do it behind your backs. Like I said, I don't rug pull. If you say no fairy at the party.
Methinks having the fairy at the party, you know, liven up the party.
Or kill it.
But the question is, would that be good or bad?
But
Yes.
Alrighty. So I know exactly what I should prep. Best and worst, do you want to do that? Or you want to say, was this session like too slow for you since there wasn't much combat, if any combat? Or did you like being able to interact and more freely, you know, like explore town and go through things? Because it sounded like you guys had good discussions.
no, it was
Yeah,
a blast
yeah.
for me. At least it was a blast. Even the
It's
parts.
hilarious to find out the one thing that we just had to go for the flip Zelos token.
I think we did good that set.
Okay. Alrighty. Well,
I was happy with the session for sure.
good. I'm glad. Tony's compliment, I do very much take to heart. Thank you. And I'm glad you guys
Very
enjoyed all the shenanigans that happened.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did not expect the chase to happen. Otherwise, I would have set up the chase thing. Let me show you the
Let me hear
last
music.
chase. Yeah. Let me
Oh, the
show-
butterflies.
Yeah, they didn't see the butterflies. I do chases differently than other GMs. Let me show the Noople.
It
Davos.
gives you a hint, running away.
I gotta say, my rolls though were pretty high.
So you see, I do. You could